What's up guys, this week I'm going to be looking at making boot toppers, really cheap and easy boot toppers out of an old pair of boots. Basically all it is just the covering for your boot, just to make it look like you have old school medieval type boots on. So I'll give you a list of everything that you'll need in the description down below. This is an idea that I came up with. I haven't seen anyone else do it. Excuse me if they have, but yeah, this is something that I thought up myself. And I thought it was a really quick and easy way to do it. So it's cheap, easy, and very fast to do. So let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with the black leather jacket. Okay, so first off I'm going to get rid of the sleeves. Best way I find is just to sort of stab it into the armpit, get a little bit of a groove into it, and then tear it to pieces. Now you just want the sleeve. There we go. So you get this little inner part of the jacket to keep you cool. I don't want any of that. So then you end up with that. It's just a sleeve. A great option for these because the way that it goes on your arm, the inside of it is always longer than the outside because that's the wrap around the back of your arm. So what I do with these usually is I'd tear them up because you got these long strips. But what I'm going to be doing with these ones actually is making boot toppers. With the boots that I'm using, I'm probably going to need to cut about halfway. So I'll start off by cutting it. I'm not big on measuring and doing everything accurate. Don't really need to worry too much. But you'll use this bit later. So now that's what you end up with. So there you get rid of the sleevey part. So this is all you're going to need. Just a sharp pair of scissors to cut a suede, or I never know what it's called, but it's like a leather strap. A sharp knife or needle just to push through the leather. And I use pliers, you don't have to. I just find it really easy just to pinch and be able to pull this thread through. Obviously your sleeve cut in half as we did before, and obviously your boot. I'll show you how we get started and we'll jump right in. So you've got your boot inside. It can be a normal modern boot, it could say swag-tastic pimp Miley Cyrus on the front, who cares. All you really need to do is just cover it up. So this is the back of your arm part, which was that section. Goes over the toes quite snug, sucks in here, so you want to make sure you have a good buckle here just to keep everything down. These boots are quite uncomfortable, so I'm going to be ripping the buckle off this actually to add to these boot toppers, and that way I'll be able to stitch it onto my actual boots that I'll be using for LarpA at Swordcraft. So these are the boots that I'll be using. This is what they used to look like. And this is what they look like now. Just permanent marker over the white stitching as you saw I had. I got these for I think 45, 50 bucks down at Payless Shoes, or Pay Shoes, not as much many monies. Putting this can in there just to replicate where my shin and ankle would be. You just slide this over the top, so that way it keeps the shape of your foot, keeps the shape of your leg, and then you're just going to roll this down and then roll it back up. So now you've got your shape. So what you're going to do is you're basically going to be poking two holes. Now what they're going to do is you're going to thread this stuff through it. That way it'll hold all three of these layers. You've got three layers because this one's folded. So all three layers will be pinched together at 2 points, and it will keep it just slightly together. It's not going to be 100%, but again, you will have your pants over the top. You can stitch up the top here if you want. So I'm not going to do that because that would take forever to poke the holes through the top. So all I'm going to do, just figure out, this is probably the most calculating that you'll need to do, but figure out where you want it. So you want these to match around the ankle. So I want 2 on the side, so I'm going to go about there. So just mark it with your knife. And there. So you want to just drill it. So that's come through, as you can see. So this is where your pliers come into play. You're going to want to get these through all 3 layers. And then just open it just slightly. If you open it too much, you'll tear. You can hear a little tearing noise as you do it as well. Get a decent sized piece. Probably say about that long. So just from there. Now, as I said, just open it slightly just so you can pinch and pull it through. Now you've got your other hole marked out. Just repeat that. Again, slightly open. Now this side you want to grab the inside of the boot, so it's already poking through. Grab that, pull that through, spread them out. And just regular tie. Now you don't want to pull it too tight, because if you pull it too tight it pinches the boot in. You don't want that. So you just want to pull it so it's pretty straight, and then just tie it. Pull it out. Make sure these are tight. It's not pinching it in too much, but you know that it's tight. So now you've got that going on. So you can already see it taking its shape. So with the seams like this, you want to come on one side and go on the other. This is a good strong point to use as well. So now you've got to get through the 3 layers again. So we're just going to repeat the same process as we did on that side, wherever it went. Same as that side. Okay, so now all you're going to be doing is poking 2 holes in this side and 2 holes in this side. Now I've cut those straps off of that boot as well that you saw earlier, so I'll put a hole in the base of it and 2 holes in this side, so when I do lay it over I can attach it to the holes that I make in the actual boot. Pull that through, get that tight, and then just thread it through like so. So just poke it through the holes that you've already made. Get it through there. Pull that tight. And now on the back you'll be able to tighten it. So now you've got it fastened on there. Last bit is to get the last bit of buckle, 2 holes in it, 2 holes in the boot. Do the same with the thread, tie it off, and you're done. And that'll be your boot. So let's get that done. There you have it. So got both sides done at the top. You got both buckles done underneath on this one, and then on the outside for this one. I think it just gives a little bit of texture on this side. But then, as you have it, sits over your boot, and I'm going to fasten it down somehow to keep it steady on the sides. Now you will get your toes showing through. Just depends how much sleeve you use, but usually around the arm, this is as far as you're going to stretch it, depending on feet size obviously, but that's basically it. I think it looks pretty decent as just like a cheap quick option if you haven't got the money to spend, say, $30 on a good pair of boot toppers and upwards to $100 on really good pair. You can pick them up for like $15, but they're usually shiny Santa types. So I think this looks a bit more grimy and gritty, a bit more medieval, and all in all, I think it's a pretty good option. Okay, so as you can see, looking at it compared to a modern boot, it's a lot darker, less shine to it, and the buckles look quite good. So there you go, just simple, quick boot toppers. I think they look pretty good. Obviously, when I stick them down properly, they'll look better. This one stretches a little bit further, which is cool. Guys, so thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe. There'll be more tutorials coming soon, interviews coming soon. I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and hope you enjoyed.